you guys, you look at the race, and I feel like every division is pretty tight right now, including in the Central Division. And we're going to see two of the teams that are fighting for that final playoff spot on Wednesday Night Hockey this week with Chicago and Nashville. Nashville is a weird team for me to try and figure out, because this is a team that didn't do anything at the trade deadline. I thought maybe David Poile would want to sell a couple assets to try and gain something for the future, because it didn't look like they would be a playoff team. And now all of a sudden they're playing so well, it looks like they could possibly make some noise. I mean, Callie, do you think that this Predators team is capable of getting into the postseason and then making some noise when they get there?
On the first part of that question, I definitely think they're capable of making the playoffs, for making noise when they get there. I see them in that fourth place spot, and if they're playing Carolina or Tampa in that first round, I don't see him coming out of that series. But I think for David Poile, his not making a move was making a move, if that makes sense to you guys. And but for me, as I look at that division, who I'm watching is Dallas. I think Radulov being out for the year really hurts them. He seems to be like an emotional leader in that team, kind of drags them into the fight. But I like their way they're playing, and I could see them sneaking in there, if Nashville slips up at all, or Chicago. But I really like Dallas for taking that fourth spot. But I'm happy with what Poile did, not making those moves. You can always make them in the summer if you want to change your lineup or change your team. You always got the draft to do that. And the way that team was playing and how much they fought back to get to the point they are, it would have been so deflating for the fans, the organization, the guys in that room, for him to go out and sell Ekholm or, one of their top guys. And it just, it wouldn't have went well with the organization, I don't think. So I'm really happy that he didn't do that and put confidence in the group, said, hey, this is our group. Go out there, make the playoffs, and let's see what we can do with these guys.
Yeah, and they're a tough team to trust. I do agree with you, Callie. They're in a good position to make the playoffs, no doubt. And I don't see them making a lot of noise when the playoffs arrive. There's just too many guys that have too many question marks, but they do have a very good blue line when healthy. Ryan Ellis returning is huge. Yossi going again is great. Ekholm, who you mentioned. That's one of the better defensive cores in the National Hockey League. So there's a chance for them to knock one of the top teams off, but I find it highly unlikely. I think Dallas has the best chance of beating one of the top teams. And if I was one of the top teams, I'd try to make sure that Dallas didn't get in. That would be an important regular season game for me if I was playing the Dallas Stars, because they've got, they've proven last year that they could run all the way to the Stanley Cup like they did. They've got size. They have a very good blue line that's active and highly skilled offensively with Klingberg and Heiskanen. They have a lot of size up front too, like Hintz, who can really play and has done a really good job for them. Jamie Benn, you always have to be concerned about when the playoffs are around the corner, because he's that type of player. Tyler Seguin, if he returns and is feeling good, there's another weapon that they would have not had at their hands all season long. So I think Dallas is that good of a team that would be concerning to me if they made it to the playoffs and I was a top-seeded team.
So that would mean you guys, you're both kind of in agreement that Chicago is likely out of the playoffs. They're a point behind. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't think they get there, but I think they've made major strides this year. They're one of the most surprising teams to me this year. They should be really proud of what they've done. Can't rule them out entirely, but I would be surprised if they were the one team that made it into that 4 seed.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. Hawks fans like to hear that. All right, let's get to
I agree with you, Jonesy. I don't see them making it. And, I mean, if you looked at the division beginning of the year, myself included, you had them bottom of that division, right? So yeah. You said similar to, I think, what the Rangers did last year, surprised a lot of people and maybe excelled their rebuild and put them ahead of schedule, which is awesome to see for Chicago. And it's going to be an exciting team in the future.